In today's video, we're going to be diving into how to get clients, how to enroll coaching clients. I'm actually going to reveal 5 keys to enrolling clients. So you're going to want a pen and a paper because I'm going to help you get very clear on your specific enrollment plan, asking you some questions that are going to help you get clarity. The first time you get paid is the most important, because now you have undeniable evidence that people are willing to pay you for the service you're providing. My first client came to me without any plan. I just was basically given a client. Somebody referred this client to me, a dear friend of mine, and she happened to select me off a list of other coaches. This is 17 years ago. That strategy of just kind of waiting for clients to come does not work. If you want to have a thriving coaching business that not only makes a massive impact, you also receive generous overflow of income, then let's dive into the 5 keys to enrolling clients. First key is frequency. Now you might be going, what? Like, just tell me how to get clients, like give me a strategy. What I'm sharing here is 80% of attracting clients and enrolling clients. Most coaches fail because of a lack of self-confidence and an overwhelming sense of self-doubt. Your frequency, what I mean by that is your well-being, your self-care practice, your mindset, you feeling good, you putting yourself first so that you can give to your clients from the overflow. This is not like some fluffy thing that I'm sharing with you. It's essential. Are you taking care of yourself right now? Are you putting your frequency first? A pianist has a piano. You as a coach have your body and your voice and your frequency as your instrument. So it's about fine-tuning your well-being again and again and again. This means self-coaching, okay? Our entire coach training program, I certify coaches as well in the Diamond process. It is a transformational program and it starts with self-coaching. Why? Because we can give our students the best coaching skills and sequences in the world, but if they don't know how to manage their biggest challenges and blind spots, how in the world are they going to illuminate the path for a client? Basically, every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow and to learn something new that you can also share with your clients. So to get the ball rolling with your self-mastery, with your self-coaching, ask yourself this question. What are you most afraid of happening when you enroll your first paying client, when they give you money to work with you? What is your biggest fear? And if you could just write that down and get really clear, you're going to want to start mining up and looking at what is at the root of not attracting clients or not doing the things you need to do, not being visible, not doing the courageous things in order to attract clients to you and enroll clients. It's usually a much deeper issue that we need to look at. And before we get into the next 4 keys, I have a gift for you to join us in our coach training program for the first 2 weeks completely for free. Literally the first 2 weeks of an entire 6-month transformational certification program you receive for free. All you need to do is answer the questions below. This is only happening for the next few days. As far as I know, I don't think we'll ever do this again. But I'm on fire right now to make sure that people like you who are here to make our world brighter have the support necessary to flourish, okay? And we start, those first 2 weeks are all about self-coaching. So it's going to support you in gaining the confidence necessary to move forward with the next 4 steps I'm about to share with you. Click the link below and it'll take you to answer some questions and then you'll get direct access. The second key to enrolling your first paying client is clarity. So we started with 1, frequency. Number 2, clarity. Who is your ideal client? Who is your ideal client? I made a video on how to clarify your niche or how to attract clients to you. I'll put a link here because I go deeper into this one. If you don't know who you are here to work with, it's going to be very difficult to attract consistent, you might get a client here and there, consistent clients to you. The way to identify this is ask yourself, who have you supported or who have you had even a practice session with, or maybe a friend or family member or somebody else in your life who you have supported with a particular problem, a very specific issue that when you gave them guidance or support, or you heard them and loved them through that process, your frequency went up, okay? Your star clients, your niche, your ideal clients, the hint is that your energy actually raises in their presence. What's really important here is to think of one person. I don't want you to think about like a whole tribe of people. One person. See that person, think about them. You'll know it's them when your whole body lights up, when you think about how much you love supporting them and how well they receive your support. You actually see that they're brighter after you come together. The question I want you to write down and answer is, who is one person? For starters, just think of one person. I don't want you thinking of a vague audience, because that's not going to work. One person who you have directly supported or helped. And what was their particular issue? So let's say you helped your niece with her boy troubles, and like she's, a teen, and she was like down and out on her knees, crying her eyes out because her heart is broken over this crush she has. And you sat with her and listened to her and maybe asked her some questions, or, gave her some guidance. And she felt better, you felt better, and it was just like your frequencies went up, and it just was something you felt super passionate about. That's a clue. You might be here to coach teens in feeling more confident in themselves, so something specific like that. The third key to getting your first paying client and many more is visibility. Visibility, visibility, visibility. Oh my God. Okay, this is a huge one. It could be a whole video, but let's just recap so far. Frequency, clarity, visibility. All right. So your frequency is high. You're taking care of yourself. You have clarity. You know exactly who you want to support, who your ideal client is. Now it's about getting in front of that ideal client and serving them powerfully. There are many ways to do this. Live talks you can give at a health food store or a yoga studio or at a hair salon or in some friend's living room and have her, bring all her friends in. Or maybe what we do a lot of the time is like 3-day challenges, 5-day challenges. People learn about our work for free. And then of course they enroll into our Coaches Dojo membership, where we support coaches in their businesses and in their frequency. Or they come into our coach training program, or they, figure out how to work with us. Now, if you're not visible, how are people going to know that you exist? This is why frequency is so important, feeling confident, feeling optimal, so that you can be visible and get in front of the people who need you. The question I want you to write down and answer for step 3, for the third key, visibility, is: where are your ideal clients hanging out? Where are your ideal clients hanging out? Let's say for this specific example, teenage girls, they're very unlikely hanging out in like a bar or a lounge, right? They're probably hanging out in the mall or I don't know. Where do teens hang out these days? You get my drift. School, like giving a free talk at school. I have a client who does this really powerfully. It's an amazing strategy to serve the parents of, because she works with moms, really stressed out moms, to actually give talks in schools. The key to this is giving massive value, okay, for free. You're giving huge value that is helping somebody with their next step for free. So they're getting to know you, they're getting to like you, they're getting to trust you. That's what these videos do. It's incredibly powerful being on YouTube or being visible in any way that you choose to be, because people get to know you. It does the work for you. Visibility is one of the biggest places I see coaches fail. They don't want to be seen, and it's a big problem. So that's why grab the 2 weeks so we can support you in gaining confidence and clarity in the coach training program. It's so important to make sure you get the self-coaching support, you get the frequency support, the self-mastery support, so that you can go and coach with confidence. The fourth key to getting your first paying client is profitability. Profitability. You've gone out there and given massive value to your ideal client. Your frequency is high. You feel good. However, giving massive value is not enough. It's not enough. I made this mistake for years. I did well, but I had this kind of up and down feast or famine thing going on. And the problem that I was facing is I wasn't making it crystal clear of how my ideal clients could work with me. So it's really important to spell out, this is how you can go further with me. This is how you can buy my services. This is how you can pay to work with me. This is where it's really important to have a very clear offer, to have a very clear coaching package. Your coaching package isn't just like, hey, this is my coaching package. It's an irresistible offer. Even the title alone is desirable. The question I want you to write down and ask yourself is, what is the big promise of your coaching package? What is the big promise of your coaching package? Let's say for this particular example, a coach who works with teens to gain confidence in, let's say her package is a 90-day teen confidence jumpstart. They already know from the title that in those 90 days, they're going to increase their confidence, or at the very least, they're going to receive the tools and the support to step into confidence anytime they fall into self-doubt or shame or whatever the case may be. It needs to be really clear. This could be a whole video. If that's something you want me to create in the future, let me know in the comments below as far as how to create a coaching offer that's irresistible. One little hint I want to say about this is that if you're not on fire when you're offering somebody to work with you and to pay you, if you're not so eager and excited, not in a way of like, I want money, in the sense of, I am so excited to give this to them because it's going to change their life if they invest in this. It has to be like that. Otherwise, most coaches, this is a huge pitfall. They're like, and it costs this amount of money, and they speed through it or they don't say it at all. First, I want to say I get it. I really get how scary that could be, especially in the beginning. But until you know your value and until you know how powerful it is to genuinely care about people and to support your ideal client in healing their life, in changing their life, in transforming something in their life, it will be very hard to make your coaching business profitable until you realize your value. And I promise you, if you are watching this video right now, you care about people, am I right? That is more valuable than anything. And your life experience that brought you here, that actually gave you the compassion for people, you know, those hard things you've been through, that is incredibly valuable. So with this little hint or clue, what is it going to take to feel on fire about what you're offering and just like you're giving the person a gift that they get to invest with you? And the fifth key to enrolling your first paying client is recovery. Recovery. You're probably like, what do you mean? This is not the usual thing I see on these YouTube videos about how to attract clients and get paying clients. There are many great videos out there. They're going to give you tons of tactics. They won't work without the bulk of what I'm sharing here, which is frequency, clarity, visibility, profitability, and recovery. When you go out there and you ask for a sale or you enroll a client or you put yourself on the line, which is very vulnerable, especially at first, or it can be. Some of you, this is not going to pertain to. The majority of you, it will. And what I mean by this is when you're on fire with your offer and you go out there and you make an offer to somebody and this is what it costs to work with me and this is when we can start, and you actually put a price on something so pure in your heart that you're offering this client and you're facing rejection, that is exhausting and terrifying to the vulnerable self or to the ego. This takes bravery. And when you're embodying bravery, the other side of bravery, two sides of the same coin, is, guess what? Recovery. Go into self-care after you've done a big thing, like you've made a live stream, and then at the end of the live stream, you say, hey, this is how you can work with me. That takes bravery. And later it may not take bravery, but something else will take bravery, like, enrolling a client into a $50,000 package. That might be that next edge down the line, not straight from starting out. I just mean eventually down the line. And so what I mean by recovery is after you've gone out there and you've been visible and you've been courageous and you've put yourself out there, close off technology, erect powerful boundaries, and come into a powerful place of self-care. Get out in nature, eat a fresh, yummy meal, tell yourself how proud you are of yourself, look in the mirror, look in your eyes, and just take a breath and celebrate. The question I want you to ask in this key is, what helps you recover? Just write that down. What helps you recover from a stressful or challenging circumstance. Whatever that is, that gets to be woven into your life consistently, okay? So whether that's a yoga practice or sleep or getting out in nature or eating a fresh meal or just laughing with loved ones or journaling and dumping all the fears out onto the page or having a community or mastermind or place where other coaches get to communicate together so you get really powerful support, whatever that is for you, make sure you have that. So just to recap here, 5 keys to getting your first paying client. Number 1, frequency. Number 2, clarity. Number 3, what is it? Visibility. Number 4 is profitability. And number 5 is recovery. We don't end at recovery. We actually go back to frequency. They're actually the same thing, if you haven't noticed, kind of bookending the whole process. And then you go back and you're in this beautiful cycle. You have clarity on what your vision is, who your client is, who you're here to serve, the content you're giving them. Then you go into being visible, getting in front of them, and obviously making it profitable by letting people know how they can work with you. Just remember, your clients are abundant in supply. They are everywhere. The key is keeping your frequency high, getting in front of them and letting them know how they can work with you. The hard truth and the very liberating truth, if you take in what I'm about to say, is that your clients are not in like the pretty easy things that we do day to day as coaches. Like, I'm going to make this pretty meme for Instagram, or I'm going to like change the colors on my website. Your clients are in the thing you don't want to do. Your clients are in the action that you really don't want to take. And if you're like, God, why does it have to be hard? I don't want to do the uncomfortable thing. I don't want to get on the phone with people or give a live talk or send out a very clear call to action email telling people how they can work with me. If that stuff makes you uncomfortable and you need support, grab the gift. 2 weeks free in our 6-month coach training program. We start in a few days. I promise you that with the right support and the right tools and the self-coaching, which is foundational, you will be able to move through whatever fears and doubts you have in a way that allows you to become more of who you truly are in the process of helping your clients become more of who they truly are. Thank you so much for watching. If you got something from this video, give it a thumbs up, ding. And if you're not already subscribed, you can hit the subscribe button if you're wanting more content to support you as a coach. And really, if you could care less about coaching, apply what I'm sharing in these videos. I have hundreds of videos on self-coaching, on self-mastery, on tools that will help you create your best life. All of my love, and I'll see you in the next video.